It's a very harmful practice for a handful of people to control our digital world. Who will dominate the metaverse? Who will manage the metaverse and rule users in the digital universe? The metaverse is a digital universe where users get the freedom to interact through their avatars, attend meetings, and do many things. The metaverse is rapidly moving from the technology hype into reality, and many companies are ready to cash in on the hype. The battle for the future of the metaverse is on, and the biggest names in tech are investing in hardware interfaces to pair with the digital platforms they're building. The question on who will rule the metaverse can be answered in 3 different segments, and you'll get to know all at the end of this video. Which platforms or developers will rule the metaverse? The metaverse is a digital universe that's not developed by a single company, with various developers rushing to roll out platforms for users to enjoy the digital world. According to Mark Zuckerberg, the metaverse will not be created by one company. It'll be built by creators and developers making new experiences and digital items that are interoperable and unlock a massively larger creative economy than the one constrained by today's platforms and their policies. Some companies focus on virtual reality, transporting users to entirely new worlds, while others offer an augmented reality experience. The highly complex worlds are created by developers who provide a metaverse experience within the video games world. All electronic companies in the metaverse sector are producing virtual and augmented reality eyewear with the primary aim that users will adopt the ecosystem of the manufacturers. The metaverse is built on XR, blockchain, and artificial intelligence core technologies. The recent advancement in blockchain, accessible VR, and ready-to-use AI packages make it possible for companies to develop various versions of the digital universe. However, what defines the digital universe is interoperability, universality, and the fact that it's a social environment. Although companies develop platforms with virtual worlds, the absence of interoperability deprives them of the metaverse status. Big technology companies will attempt to carve out as much control over this digital universe as soon as possible. Will corporations own the metaverse, or will it be open and decentralized like the internet's underlying infrastructure? What are the efforts of these companies who are developing metaverse platforms? The actions of these big techs are not capable of walling off other small players and creatives who will develop metaverse platforms. Blockchain will enable users to build and use decentralized technology rather than rely on big techs alone. Facebook recently rebranded to Meta, but this is not the company's first step in the digital universe. This rebranding is expected to be centered on the metaverse. Still, earlier in 2014, Facebook purchased Oculus and declared that it would be a dominant force in the metaverse development. Facebook is already controlling our on-ramps, and the majority of the profit comes from the current web, but they will not replicate this in the digital universe. Facebook will move from a social media company to a metaverse company in the next 5 years, with a primary focus that the platform will reach 1 billion users and generate billions of dollars. Sony is already adding more handheld accessories to the PlayStation VR to further enhance the virtual reality experience in anticipation of the digital universe era. Apple has been optimizing its chipsets for metaverse applications and plans a release of its headset or eyewear with built-in metaverse functionality. Microsoft is also upping its game, and it recently teased a new Teams product in which users can interact with each other using avatars. Other small and decentralized startups and creatives can seize the advantage of a new digital universe. The recent music festivals hosted by Roblox and Decentraland, which offered games, merchandise stores with NFTs and virtual meet and greets, indicate that smaller companies and solo artists will seize sections of this new virtual reality world themselves. The focus of these smaller companies is to create user experiences to meet the growing needs of users with creative concepts. As these companies are working on their plans, governments around the world are aware of the developments. It's possible to envision and action a robust governance structure that anticipates the needs of metaverse users. What actions have governments around the world taken with regards to the metaverse? The government has officially recognized virtual reality spaces as governable entities. Given the rapid development of the metaverse, the government is partnering with some metaverse companies. The partnership with companies like Superworld, Somnium Space, and Decentraland is majorly to build a well-established presence in the digital universe governance landscape. The Barbados Metaverse Embassy is the first sovereign nation globally with an embassy in a metaverse location. In a recent quarterly earnings call, Tencent announced that it would welcome the digital universe but adapt it for Chinese laws and regulations. The Chinese government will support the metaverse development, but the user experience has to be in line with government rules. There is a strong record of tech market crackdowns in China, and the digital universe will be centrally governed in that region. South Korea is the world's fourth largest gaming network, and there are several metaverse players in the country like Zepeto, Netmarble, etc. The government supports the innovations, and the Ministry of Science and ICT recently set up a Metaverse alliance to coordinate the efforts. The city of Seoul has plans to develop a municipal metaverse, and more than 500 companies have already joined the alliance. The current strategy is to bring blockchain and cryptocurrency under the ambit of regulatory governance to be ready for a metaverse in future. Governments and regions have varying approaches to cryptocurrency, and this could pose a threat, as crypto is a foundation for the metaverse economy. To govern the metaverse, it is essential to reach a consensus on the core technologies behind it to pave the way for future policies. Which events or activities will dominate the metaverse? The metaverse serves as a means of escape for users to escape the harsh realities of the human world. Currently, most users' activities in the metaverse are centered around fashion and entertainment. Therefore, developers need to create diverse content and events that excite members and enable them to interact. Earlier in our Metaverse series, we explained that Decentraland and UNXD announced that a Metaverse Fashion Week would take place in March this year. This fashion show is similar to Dolce & Gabbana's $6 million NFT couture auction, which took place on the same digital marketplace. The announcement has shown that fashion is an emerging trend in the digital universe, and users can look forward to having their favorite fashion brands on the metaverse. In the last few weeks, 2 global metaverse festivals took place, giving us a glimpse of the battle for control of the digital universe. An established gaming player produced one, created by a decentralized metaverse pioneer. The Roblox experience was nothing short of slick, with a high-budget design of corporate digital experiences. The virtual experience integrated live stages and an impressive lineup with the Electric Daisy Carnival, or EDC, in Las Vegas. It also offered games, virtual tents, and artist meet and greets. Decentraland organized the other festival, and it was carefully designed and orchestrated with sets from more than 80 artists, including deadmau5, a merch store for NFT wearables, and even digital portable toilets. The Decentraland Festival felt like a community project. It was more creative and less produced. Another significant trend that is ruling the metaverse is digital lands. In the Decentraland world, users can directly own and cultivate digital lands. Users get the opportunity to conduct business now with one another instead of relying on agencies or developers to run the world. Before getting millions of users on the digital universe, we must determine how it'll operate. Will the big techs dominate the digital universe like the current state of the web? Or will rule be established by a small number of corporations? Will we discover a way for society working together to create a vibrant, thriving metaverse that's controlled and governed by its participants? Let us know what you think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and hitting the bell button to get regular notifications. Thanks for watching.